We're live.
Hello.
Look at that. Hello, and welcome back to Neil and Jan Reselling.
And Rainy Sundays.
Rainy Sunday
the
broadcast.
Rainy Sunday show.
Yes. Unfortunately, well, it certainly is here in the country, down in Sussex. We've got rain
And some more rain.
and some more rain and a bit more rain. Oh, and some thunder.
Yeah, we had some big rumbly thunder.
We did have thunder.
Not really the great big cracking thunderstorm that we love.
No.
We do enjoy a good thunderstorm.
Hi, hello.
Hi, people. Hi, good morning.
who-
Good afternoon, I think it is. Yeah, it's well into the afternoon. I'm all behind on myself.
Yeah, if you've been here before, brilliant and welcome. And please, can you let us know who you are and where you're from? That would be brilliant.
I haven't even got my glasses on.
You haven't even got your glasses on to read.
No, you should be able to see with your glasses that I'm not wearing.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
But no, so I can't even read what's on the screen. But before we
Have you got
came
your
on,
glasses?
I'm just coming across to sit down, and I said, I haven't even done my hair. Does it need doing? And he said, well, it's too late now. We're going live in a second. And he said, you haven't got time to go out and brush it. And then
Have glasses.
I turned around behind me and saw the dog brush and thought, should I?
Should you dog brush it? Well,
But
yeah.
no.
Bear says yes.
Yeah, Bear's ready, and he
Bear
says
says
his
yes.
hair looks good every day, so he's
Yes.
all right.
Yeah. So that's all good. So
Yeah, and then you can just make out the bit of yellow on the sofa. That's Reckless.
That's
Yellow
Reckless.
Lab.
and then
And
down
then,
in
where's Chester? Oh, Chester's next to Reckless on the sofa.
and then down this side is
I
Echo.
can't actually see her,
In
but
her-
Echo the puppy's
in
down
her
in
little
the corner.
pen. So yeah. Oh, it's Tony next door.
Oh, hi,
Ivy and Tony. Hello.
Pop in and join us if you like.
Yeah. So what have we been up to? Because I mean, obviously it's been raining, and it might not be raining everywhere. So some people might have actually been able to get out to a boot sale, but the ones that we were going to go to, that we go on a Saturday and to a Sunday, were both cancelled. Obviously, yesterday's one was cancelled, and then because of the weather forecast, they cancelled the one that we normally go to, which would have been Poynings this week, wouldn't it? It was Poynings that
Yeah.
was going to be on.
Is that the one near the Ginger Fox?
Near the Ginger Pot.
Yeah, I always
Fox,
get confused between
which
Poynings
used
and
to be
Shays Thatch.
Shays Thatch. It's now called Ginger Fox, but
But it's
Shays
the mega
Thatch.
boot sale that swaps week by week. 1 week it's at Poynings, 1 week it's at
Hicksted, yeah,
and they swap.
absolutely.
But anyway, it was rained off.
It was rained off, so I get to save my money for next week to go and buy a whole load of more stock. Luckily, is it a death pile? It's called death pile.
Yeah.
Still have quite a death pile, so that's quite a pile of other stuff that isn't listed yet that I can still go through. In fact, some of you might remember that I bought a load of jewellery the other week, and I'm still going through it. It's now being listed and bagged. I've got a little bit in this. This was the box that I bought, and as you can see, there's not that much left in the box.
Your Aladdin's Cave box.
My Aladdin's Cave box. So there's still some left. Still get some bits to go through.
Do you feel rich when you open that?
I feel rich. It's like
It's like treasure.
there's that hope that something might actually be a real diamond, but it's just like ain't gonna happen, is it? I mean, come on.
It's not likely.
It's not likely, but but anyway, either way, I've got about 40 or 50 items now. I think is it that many? There's at least 20 to 30 items that I've now got listed. That
Jewelry item.
are jewelry items from that box. That box only, it only cost £5 for the box, and there was one other little bag as well. So I think there's quite a. Now I've actually got some of it listed. 5 to 10 quid. Some of it's 12, 13, 14 quid. So it'd be worth having a look at.
Yes. I've listed all the bits that I picked up at the same boot sale, the bits of costume jewellery that I picked up, but at least 2 of them have got problems with them, like the little watch that I had. The battery's gone on it, or it doesn't work, and the magnetic clasp isn't working.
Right.
But I thought, well, somebody might want it for the bits, because people make jewellery, don't they? And they need the bits. Well, so I've stuck it on anyway, but I've just said, not working, probably needs a new battery and a new clasp.
I noticed is it the clasp, the bit that it clips over on?
Yeah.
Because one on mine, the spring had gone on the clasp, so I haven't listed that yet, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put it down as. But probably
I just listed everything, but described the fault and said, this is what it is.
So that's pretty good. So, what have you sold this week, Jen?
I sold a book that it was my own book. It's not one that I've bought to sell. It was the Celestine Prophecy, which was all the rage about 20, 25 years ago. Everybody was reading it and hailing it as this most wonderful book. And I never really rated it that much, but I did read it. And so that finally sold, which was surprising because it went for the asking price. I can't even remember what I sold it for, but it was slightly above all the other ones on.
Yeah.
Even though it had my name written inside the front cover. Because in those days I used to lend books out, so I always wrote my name in the hope that they'd come back to me. But perhaps it's one of the viewers thinking they've got an autograph copy.
I'm gonna try something new that I haven't done now. Is trying to do a screen share. I've not done it on this program, so if the live suddenly just drops out, my apologies. But I'm gonna try and go into. Whilst still talking, you should still see us on the camera, but I should now be able to go into my other bits that were sold. Let me see what we've got here. Is this sold? No, I've not. So I'm still. You obviously can't see the screen at the moment. Sales. There we go. So if I go into my
sales... Is this just going through and showing what you sold then?
Yeah, I was just going to, if it comes up like that, I don't know.
I was going to say the only other thing I sold was a brand new mascara that I had.
That's good. What wasn't that?
It was a unique
one. That was really good.
I sold that I think that went for 18.
Well, that's good. Now, 18. That was a good price.
They're not cheap.
No,
it's brand new, not been used.
Definitely not. Right, here we go. Right, so I'm going to put back to this one. So sorry about this. I've not done this Sheen's screen share before, but I
should have rehearsed it.
I should have. Well, I did actually kind of rehearse it, but I couldn't do it
on your own.
Yeah, trying to rehearse something on your own is not so good. So let's. I should be able to do screen share. And then share. So that goes a bit weird, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't like that.
Okay, so I'm hoping that you can now see just a couple of things that I sold this week. So I bought a Sony micro hi-fi system, and I bought that for £5 and sold it for 32. I had a Canon Z70W. Z. I don't know. Z7W. Oh, it's all the letters that just muck up.
Lost the
camera, Canon camera. 30.
Yeah, it was a compact camera.
And it was
by Canon.
And I would have bought it for about £2 or £3 and sold it for 23. We've then also sold the Canon. I can't pronounce this one. It's the weird looking camera.
I can't see it. That's still too small even with my glasses on.
I sold it for 20 quid. Let's see if it can go. Here we go. It's this weird looking Canon camera.
They were all the rage at that time. Olympus did a very similar design to that.
But that sold for 20 quid. And again, I think I picked it up for 2 or 3.
25, 30 years ago, I think they were.
Yeah.
Current.
And then also sold, this one was quite good. This one I definitely would have picked up for under £5. It's a TomTom Go 50 with the 5-inch screen, and sold that for 25.
And the European maps that one had.
Yeah, and it had the European maps. So that was quite good. Let's just quickly pop back in case anyone's saying anything. Hi guys, anyone who's on, it would be great to know who you are and where you're from.
And I was just thinking, will this be going on our normal YouTube channel afterwards, so people can watch it later on? So can they make comments once we've finished?
Once they finish, once it's finished,
because I was going to say, if you are watching it as a replay, then can you just drop in the comments #replay so that we know that?
Let's watch on the replay. That would be brilliant. Now, obviously, I'm just still doing the screen share thing. Tony, can you let us know, did that screen share work okay initially? That would be brilliant to know.
As if Tony's still with us.
If he's still with us. Yeah, well, there's 4 people on.
Oh, brilliant.
So, hello, 4 people. That's brilliant. Oh, now how do I get...
And when we say Tony, we mean Ivy as well.
Yeah, and Ivy. Hi, Ivy. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. I'll be getting a slap later for that one. Right, now, so just quickly, so if we go back to just running through a quick couple of other things. I sold a couple of books. This was a medical book that I sold, picked up for £1. And also sold a couple of I sold a DVD player, Philips DVD player. That was okay. That was only for £6, but then I think I only picked it up for £2, so it was still a profit. And then this one, this was a Foxsat FreeSat box that sold for £22. So that was okay. And again, I think I paid about £2.50 for that.
I might need to use your glasses. I can't read your screen with these.
Oh, sorry.
I can't read it with they're on or off.
Right, let's stop the sharing.
And as a very quick puppy update, I'm not going to use her name because she's asleep and I don't want to wake her up, but she's 9.5 weeks old now and she has learned sit, and just this morning she was learning down, as in lay down on the floor.
Yeah.
And she's doing pretty well, isn't she?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, Tony says, yes, it did work fine. Picture we saw was like picture in picture. Okay, cool. Just because if I just say, oh, well, I sold a DVD player and I sold a camera and whatever, I'm hoping that it's obviously nicer for you to actually see the item that I sold. I don't know. Some people might like it.
Because like FNS resellers always do an actual video showing you literally, I sold this and I sold this, and I think that makes quite a good way to do it. But at the moment, we've got a system of the second the order comes in, we wrap it and get it in the post within an hour usually. Don't we, if the post office is open, which is doable at the level that we're doing it at the moment. You know, when we get up to selling a lot more, we won't be able to do that anymore. But but it might be nice, you know, if we can get up to 10. You know, it might be nice if we have a little batch to do that we sold it and then add them all together as a film or something. Or maybe we just need to get into the habit of filming each individual item as we do it.
Yeah.
And then you can edit it all
together.
Edit
it together as a film.
And so we've got what we sold this week.
Yeah, that might be good. You know, actually film some as we're wrapping them.
We would actually have something that may or may not be interesting to put out on rainy Sundays.
Yes.
Or Saturdays or whatever.
Although it is nice to actually speak to people that are actually watching live behind the screen. It's very nice to do a live. So if any of you have actually are resellers, have you sold anything this week? And can you pop down just what's the best thing you've sold this week, or anything that you've sold this week? Because I must admit, I was having a bad week.
A very dry spell, didn't you?
Yes, I went through quite a dry spell. But this last week has been quite good. I actually, let me just check. So hopefully I can look at this whilst we're still on camera. Yeah, so this week I actually turned over £358. So that was quite good for me. That was quite a good amount. And just to give you some figures, so from last Saturday, I had quite a bad week before where there's hardly any sales, but from last Saturday I did £27, then on the Sunday £24, £40 on the Monday. I did on last Tuesday I had £111, £60 on the Wednesday, 34 on the Thursday. Friday did 42, yesterday did 53, and so far today we're at £15.70. So things have really picked up this week for me. That's picking up a lot, because on the previous week I actually had quite a few days there where I didn't have any sales at all.
Yeah, you'd had a really good spell, and then it kind of just dropped off suddenly, didn't it? And then you got quite despondent about it.
Yeah, because I mean now, but what I have paid attention to is there was someone that was saying that to keep the algorithm, the eBay algorithm happy, that the algorithm likes to see that you're posting new items every day. Now, I don't know how many new items, but I think if you're just posting at least a couple of new items every day, apparently that helps. Now, that has made a difference to me this week. I don't know what the lull was about, and I am aware that in that lull period, because I had about 400 items on, I might not have been posting every day, and that might have actually created a problem. So moving on from that, Jan, what are you actually doing about this?
Well, I haven't been posting nearly as many items as Neil, even though I've got way more stock. I've got a lifetime's worth of accumulated stuff. Not just my lifetime, I've got quite a lot of my parents' lifetime of accumulated stuff still to go through. And so I've not been posting as much, so I'm not selling nearly as much. So what I'm doing is I'm taking massive batches of photos, because I don't have a lot of time just to sit down and do things in the way that you do, because there are still certain things that need doing, like washing up and various other things. So I'm taking big batches of photos. So I've got a load on my phone, and then sometimes even laying in the bath I've done it, or you know, after I go to bed, then I think, oh, you know, I'll list something. You know, and I can actually do it because I've got the photo. I know enough about the item. I can just stick it straight on and list it there and then. I'm finding it actually works quite quickly. Yeah.
Well, it's just a really good idea. I mean, I must admit, I haven't tried that of just taking a whole load of photos. What I'm doing is kind of doing photos and listing them straight away. So,
well, the thing for me is, because we have no space left in the house at all.
Yeah.
Might have to go next door to Ivy and Tony to put my photos in there. But because I have to clear things out of the way to make a space to take the photos, I just take advantage of that space and
do a whole load,
and do as many as many items as I can. I mean, you've seen me pile them all up and then go through a whole load of them. And then, you know, they're all sat on my phone, and I can do it from there.
Which is a pretty good idea.
Well,
so I haven't tried that technique yet. I may go into trying that, but at the moment I'm literally especially with the jewelry that I've been doing. So I've been taking the photos, and then I've been putting them in a bag with the label on, and with the auction number on, and so they're all kind of all ready to kind of go and easy to find.
fake diamond necklace. Is that how you've listed it?
That's how I've listed
fake diamond.
A fake diamond necklace. Now, yeah. I must admit, I'm probably not the best descriptive person for writing stuff out, but it's basically what it is. I mean, there's a glistening kind of, there's something pretending to be a diamond on a necklace. I mean, that's what I've put it down as. So,
because we're not au fait with costume jewelry, we don't really know the terms and things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is. Yeah, how do you describe fake diamonds without? I mean, they're not fake diamonds as in cubic zirconias.
Yeah, I mean, these are bits of plastic. Yeah. No,
I don't think they're plastic. I think they're either glass or they used to call them paste in the old days.
Yeah.
I don't know quite what they were made of.
What was the thing? There was a word I said earlier this morning. I think it began with S or something. I'm trying to remember how they described it on eBay. There was a word that they described on eBay for basically for fake. It was the word's gone. The word has gone.
I remember you saying it.
But there was a word that
simulated.
Simulated. Now, to me, a simulated diamond is a zirconia or something like that. Something a technique that has made a diamond that isn't a diamond. However, this isn't it. This is cheap plastic that looks.
Well, like
it's cheap hard plastic.
I don't think that's actually plastic. I don't know if you can see it.
It's whatever just like it is.
But it's the sort of thing that I mean, my nan used to wear jewelry that had these sort of.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good enough to be called simulated.
Pretend diamonds.
It's not. So I'm just calling it fake anyway.
Yeah, fake or pretend or diamond lookalikes or whatever.
I just want to mention these bags. Oh, hello! We've got more people on. We've got 5 people again. Hello. If any of you would like to pop in the comments of where you are and say your name, just so we can say hi. It's great to have you here anyway. Just want to mention these bags. I picked these bags up from Hobbycraft, and they
from the card making section.
Yeah, the card making section. So these bags,
little cellophane bags,
are designed to put cards in, but I think they're really good for putting jewelry in and then having a label on like so. And it just means that when you've got everything listed, that it's nice and easy in a bag. You can find it instead of having a whole bundle of mess. It just helps. I
thought you were happiest in a bundle of mess.
I like a bundle of mess. All right. We've got a hello from Alexander. Every day.
Oh, Alex and Rachel in Warrington. Hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Excellent. Hi. Thanks for coming on, and thank you for commenting. It's just great to have that interaction, and to know people are watching, and just to know where people are coming from. So thank you very much for commenting.
Welcome to the Rainy Sunday Show.
Yes, the Rainy Sunday Show.
Although it's actually stopped raining now, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it obviously wasn't good enough for the
just went out just before we came on to go over to my box buddy lady to pick up some boxes, but she'd had to go out to the stables, and she'd left them all outside, and
some of them got a bit wet.
A bit too wet, yeah.
So, before we move on, I was saying about the bags. I wanted some other bags to put in. I've got loads of old cables and stuff like that, which I wanted to section out and test and list. I went to get some. I thought, I want these bags. Some
Ziploc type bags.
Some Ziploc type bags. So I went and picked up these. Now,
resealable.
I hadn't bought these resealable ones before that I was aware of.
I use them all the time.
Jan uses them all the time in the kitchen. I hadn't realised that they've got all the writing on, and ideally, I just wanted the plain ones. Like I actually had with these. I just wanted a plain Ziploc kind of bag. But unfortunately, this has Sainsbury's written all over it.
That's a thicker type of plastic because it's designed to go in the freezer.
That's what I wanted for the cables, because the wires are going to be that much heavier and stronger, so you're going to need a stronger bag. Right. However, I didn't actually want ones that actually had writing on. I mean, they're only cheap. I mean, they're about £2.50, which is not too bad for £2 odd for 20 odd bags. Is not too bad, especially if you. I'm thinking I've got a lot of SCART leads and HDMI cables and stuff like that. So I bought those, and I also bought those ones, the 40 ones, which are slightly smaller. Hoping that they'll be quite good. So I've got lots of like phone cables and all that kind of thing. There's a big box of cables. Sorted them out the other day, but I want to bag them up all ready for selling. And yeah, so I'm going to give those a go. But I do very much like those ones from Hobbycraft. They're very thin. They're ideal for putting some jewellery in, but not anything that much more substantial. So, but it is worth giving a go. Yes.
You've run out of things to say.
No, well, I'm just trying to take a breath and kind of allow people to. Anybody on here wants to chat about? We've got other stuff to talk about.
We were talking earlier about, because we're still fairly new to this as a business. We only really decided to do it around about March or April time, haven't we? So we've not actually been through a winter season yet.
No.
We were coming into it before the car boot sales had even started for the year. So, we're just wondering how other people are planning ahead and preparing
for when boot sales.
If you've been doing it since last year, how did you get through the winter period once the boot sales closed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that at a boot sale the other week, I met somebody who does, I think it's either kind of house clearance or something that they do, where I'm hoping that I might be able to get hold of a lot of electrical stuff. I actually had a message from them last night saying that they had a whole load of PCs, but they didn't have the motherboard in them. And it seems, I would imagine all I could do with that would be to take each one and strip them for parts. So you'd be looking.
But then, do you know where you'd part them out to?
I don't know.
Without them, I don't know anything about PCs, but I'm thinking once you've taken the motherboard out, is there anything left in there that people would want to buy?
Well, you've got the motherboard, so I would imagine that you're then left with the DVD drives, disk drives, maybe hard drives. There may be fans. Some people might want to use the actual unit or have power supplies.
Yeah.
There are other things. But the trouble is, I've never actually built a PC. I don't know what those things would be worth. And I'm also thinking kind of like, a PC is quite a big thing. And to have kind of 20 or 30 maybe PCs.
I was trying to get a look in. You had your arm in the way. He says, I want to be on the telly too.
Bear wants to be famous. You can be famous. Right. So hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Thank you very much for saying hi and stuff. It's great to see you. So again, it's so I don't know enough about the PCs, so I've kind of declined that and saying, I don't really have enough room. Ideally now, if I'm just looking up, I'm going to show you. This is our boxes we're getting from a kind person.
That's got
this one's got a camera case in it, but this is our boxes. I now have about 28 of these in my room.
And they're nice because there's a box inside a kind of...
There's a double... So
you've got an extra box bit there.
Yeah. So we're now getting lots of these, and that's what I'm now having my items, and Jan has her items that we have ready to sell is storing in these boxes, which is really good.
It's got a code number on the side, so I've got a book that I list what's in them, because they're now stacked 12 high and 3 deep that way.
Actually, I'm going to do
6 that way.
I'm going to do a quick bit. Actually, I was going to make a separate film about this.
What about the Mess Out Lounge?
No, not the Mess Out Lounge. I will still make a separate film, but I'm going to do a quick share. I want to show you.
Yeah, that would be X certificate.
That would be X certificate. Yes.
Horror film.
I'm going to show you quickly what I've got in the way of the storage and how I store my stuff. I'm using this program called Asana, and in this program you can have columns and you can have items here. See as it populates that. So I have a 6-shelf bookshelf upstairs, and the S1, 2, 3, 4, 5 S standing for shelf.
Yeah.
And then I can actually see everything that's on this one shelf. As you can see, all this stuff is pre-wrapped up, most of it. A lot of the newer stuff.
So if somebody buys it, then Neil can just run upstairs, grab the one it is.
Yeah.
And just put some outside wrapping on it. You don't need to.
And then, but this also goes through to also these N numbers. These are my boxes. So these are all the boxes that aren't. If they've only got one and a whole load of stuff, it's not sorted out. So this one's been all sorted out and stuff all ready to sell. And some of this stuff is stuff that's awaiting to be sorted out. Where these have got the multiple and the books, they're already pre-listed. But yeah, it's quite a lot of boxes, quite a lot of stuff that a lot of these just need to be sorted. So
what's that program called again?
This is called Asana.
And do you have to pay for that, or is it a free one or something?
It's an absolutely free program, which is really good.
That's nice, isn't it? Because normally you find something really good and it costs a fortune.
It is really good that it's free. Now, the other great thing about this, let's say, for example, I took this Garmin here and I want to click on it, and I can just move that and put it onto a different shelf. Okay, so that's on S5, and I can move it onto S6, or I can also move it all the way along and go, oh yeah, I'm going to move this into the sold items.
I've just noticed the 35mm camera book there. We used to have a copy of that each, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I've seen it since either at boot sales or charity shops. I was just thinking you ought to bundle it with the 35mm cameras.
Could do. But as I say, I can just pop that into the sold items. I'm not going to, because obviously that one hasn't been sold. But I've got a whole list there of sold items. And it's just a really easy way of keeping an eye on my stock and where it is. And the other thing is there's a search bar up here. So you see on here, this has a number.
Is that your auction number?
That's the auction number. If I type in the auction number, it'll actually come. It will actually find the item that I've got. So all I've got to do is put in the auction number, and it'll tell me which box and which shelf that it's in. So I just wanted to share that one with you guys, just to show you how we're using those boxes that we have, and how I'm storing my stuff. So I just wanted to share that one. Hope you found that kind of interesting.
Kelly's asking, how's the shop going?
How's the shop going? Yeah. Well, it's improving. It is improving, as in what I've managed to find is that on my iPad when I'm posting something, there is actually a section for that I can actually allocate where the let me share the shop. Actually, I'm gonna right. Right. So anyone who isn't aware, and obviously most people aren't aware because I haven't really publicised it too well. Let's do the sharing once more. And is that on sharing, or are we still on sharing?
I have no idea what you're doing.
Jan has no idea what I'm doing, which is fair enough.
That's me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
I generally haven't got any clue about what's going on at the best of times.
Here is my shop, which is good. So it's Neil's bits and bobs, odds and sods. I just thought it kind of, well, hopefully other people will like it. If you'd like to,
it's a bit odd and bobs are sods.
Yeah. But I actually have 14 followers. So if anyone would like to follow my shop, please do. But at the moment, category-wise, now I did have more featured items here, luckily. Well, I say luckily, but I sold them. That's why there's only two sat there. I need to put some more featured items in there. And at the moment, I was struggling with getting the how to do the categories. So I've managed to put some things under the jewellery. So here's some of the jewellery bits, and they've only just gone on there because I've only just worked out how to add a category into the shop, because the shop category is different to the item category.
Now, what program are you using to take out background? So it's just showing the...
Now that was, there is a program that I'm using, because, yes, on here...
Is that the program that Paul told you about?
This is the program that Paul told us about the other week. Now,
yeah, thank you for that, Paul.
You can actually see what it is, because on some of them I've managed to take out the little logo, but it is actually Photo Room, and Photo Room does a reasonably nice job of taking out the background. Doesn't get everything absolutely perfect, but I think it's pretty damn good. It's certainly good enough for what I need. And that's kind of nice. So, and I'll show you this one as well. So this one's been done. It takes it out really nicely. Takes out that background. And also, I don't know if it's on this one. There's one of them that I've got.
What do you call that? Purple glass beads. Oh, lost it now.
Purple glass beads bracelet. So yeah, I say my explanations aren't that great. I mean, this one is pink. What does it say? Pink and red necklace, but it's kind of, it's okay. I think the photos come up nicely.
That is.
Yeah. So that's. But say the thing about on the shop is that I hadn't worked out how to now put the next category of things. I've got to go, I've got like 400 things on here. You see a lot of the DVDs here and stuff that's on the shop. I'm going to come back out of the sharing bit.
By the way, Ivy and Tony, if you see any of the DVDs in Neil's shop that you wanted to watch, just give us a shout and you can borrow it before it gets old.
Yes. I've got to do that, hide that. Where is it? Stop sharing. That's it. That's the stop sharing. Brilliant. So the shop's going quite well. It's building up. I think it was Kelly I was saying to before that I was wondering whether to
keep going
with the shop. And I think because what basically happened is, as I did the shop, my sales plummeted. But what it might have been is it might have been the time of year. It might also be that where I didn't, I wasn't posting new items every day.
No, because you were so busy fiddling about with stuff in there and getting the shop up and running. Now, did you actually phone eBay and talk to them?
Did actually phone.
Oh, you did. I couldn't remember if you did or if I dreamt it.
I did phone eBay about it, and they actually said.
Do you ever have that when you don't know if a conversation was real or if you imagined it?
It's most of my life. I mean, hell.
Do other people actually know for sure?
I mean, the only conversations I'm actually ever clear of is if I can play it back on YouTube. I mean, if I haven't had it,
that's the beauty of YouTube is you can go back and look at what you did. Oh yeah, that really happened.
Yeah, that happened. Oh, that conversation actually happened. Excellent. Oh, it was Tony. How do I get on the shop? How do you get on? Yeah, that's a really good question, Tony. And I may actually be able to.
Do you have a link, or otherwise, if you just go to eBay and can you look?
No, hang on, I'm going to get the link and I'm going to post it if I can. Copy. Let's see if this works. So if I put it in the comment, paste, and then do a chat, and then I can show it on screen. Look at that. Excellent. That worked. Yes. So the link is in the chat, but that is the link for Neil's Bits and Bobs Odds and Sods link. I was amazed I did that.
Yes, well done.
Yeah. High five to you guys. Yeah, so that was really cool. Yeah, so that's how you get onto the shop. And hopefully, if you guys have a look at that shop, you'll see that within a couple of weeks, hopefully, I'll improve and get more categories. Because I've got over 400 items on there now. I did manage to hit the over 400 item bit. I'm now, was it 400 or 300? Oh, I don't know. Hang on. It was.
I don't know.
Anyway,
in your shop.
I think it's 400. But what I haven't done is, because I've only just set the shop up, when things are going on there, they're not going into the right kind of categories. So I'm hoping that it will get categorized easier for you guys to be able to actually see what's on the shop. So there's another new.
I'm still selling all my stuff on my private account, and that's just my username on eBay is Janet Merck.
Yeah.
Because I started that account when I just got my Mercedes, hadn't I?
You had, yes.
That's how long ago it was, because I had that Mercedes for 8 years, and then it's no more.
It's no more. No, that's a long time.
I will get another one one day.
Yeah. Now this is something I don't necessarily have the address for, but something else I did this week as well is I started a Instagram account. Let me see if I can find. So this is an Instagram account, and it is actually for Neil's Bits and Bobs Odds. Does it just say odds and so? Yeah, just about says. See if I can get the page. No, I'm not so good on Instagram.
Now I must admit, I've got an Instagram account. Like, it keeps flashing up saying that I've got another follower, but I never do anything on it. I'm rubbish on it. I'm okay on Facebook.
Yeah.
But Instagram, just a bit old, I think.
Well, I've followed quite a few other people, and at the moment we've got 86 followers, and I've put 47 posts up. At the moment, I'm literally just posting the stuff up that I'm putting on for sale. But I will do so. I will get some kind of do some stuff of us out on the boot sales and some other stuff, hopefully that's a little bit more interesting. So I'm hoping to get more and more stuff on there. But I say the Instagram account is a very new account, literally only started it this week. So that's something to watch out for. And And obviously, if you'd like to follow us on Instagram, it's Neil's Bits and Bobs Odds and Sods. On the, I don't know if I can do this now. I was going to try and put the address up. Maybe I'll do the address next time on that one. Or what's Tony saying? I just tried to get on. I just tried to get on by just opening eBay. I'm trying Neil's Bits and Bobs and could not get on. So other people maybe.
Yeah, you're going to have to start linking it under all our videos and things that we put on YouTube. Linking
yes, in fact, I think it is. I think it is. If it isn't, I'll make sure it is, Tony. I'll make sure it gets put under there. Thank you very much. And also, again, I should get the Instagram one under there as well.
Looking at our gorgeous little girl there.
You're going to bring her up?
No, it's just fast to you're woken her up now, moving, but.
Yes, we do. How many weeks is she now?
9.5.
She's 9.5 weeks old puppy.
Can you get the camera and?
Oh, actually, yeah, 9.5 weeks old puppy. I'm just going to have a very quick sneak if we can. Without the camera going everywhere.
Without knocking everything over. No, it's too dark down there, isn't it? No, that's just the white bit is her tummy that you can see.
Yeah, that's
and the little blue
bit
next to her is her blanket that came. It's got her smell of mummy and her little mates on it.
Next time, maybe next time. Next time we'll maybe get her on. Get her on for an interview. What's this one?
Link to the shop just worked on my iPod. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for letting us know.
Brilliant.
And the camera needs a bit of adjustment, I think.
Yeah, I've just moved the camera so that you... How's that?
That's better.
Cool. Yeah, so that's really good. Obviously, we're really enjoying having the puppy. She's doing very well. What is she learning so far?
Oh, she's already learned to sit. And she knows her name.
Her name, yeah. It's already
and good. This morning we were learning down.
Down. See, that's good progress.
Down as in lay down, not down as in don't jump up. We're trying to get her out of puppy biting and not leaping up all the time. But it's
so
she's only a baby.
That's all good. So what are you thinking for this week, Jan? I mean, obviously, it would be really nice if we can get to some boot sales next weekend. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. I'm thinking haven't actually been up to our local charity shop recently.
We haven't. No.
So that could be worth having a little look round, see if there's much going on there.
But what I was thinking about, a big project for me to do this week is I've got a lot of my mum and dad's Blue Jasper Wedgwood. They had the whole collection of Christmas plates going right through from 1969 onward.
Right.
So there's a huge amount of these plates, which I wasn't sure initially whether to sell individually or as a combined.
Right.
Would it be?
Have you found out
anything better price as a combined set? Well, I then thought, well, if I start selling them individually and one or two sell out of the middle and then somebody wants a complete set, then I've lost that opportunity.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
true.
thought, no, I really want to do it as a big set.
Yeah.
But that means, although I've taken photographs of them all, I need to get them all boxed up and weighed so I know exactly what sort of postage, because they weigh a ton.
Yeah.
So I need to get back to those because they're all packed, and I packed them away in the plastic tubs that you get the Christmas sweets in.
Right.
But they would be better off going packed properly in cardboard boxes, so I know exactly.
Yeah. I mean, how much do you think that kind of thing could be worth?
I saw some yesterday that had sold. I'm not sure how many there were, but it was a run of them, and they sold them for 42.
Right.
Whereas some of them are selling at, £2 or £3 each, and it breaks my heart because Mum and Dad would have paid a fortune for them. But you know, that's the thing; these things go through in fashions, and the things like when Mum died, and she'd had a collection of Royal Dalton figurines that probably cost. I've got no idea what she paid for them, but I ended up auctioning those off on eBay and putting them at the starting price of 99p and letting them find their own price. And they went for sometimes, you know, £8 or £9.
Yeah.
Although all of that stuff would have been worth so much more if Dad hadn't thrown all the boxes away.
Yes. Yes, but then your dad loved to throw boxes away.
He did love to throw boxes away, but it breaks my heart when I think of his lofts that have always been empty. They don't resemble our loft at all. No, and it's like you had all that space, you could have kept all those boxes.
Yeah, and they would have been worth a lot more.
Retained some of the value of, but I've got all of the Blue Jasper Christmas plates. I've got Blue Jasper Christmas mugs. I've got a load of Ainsley plates. A whole series. I don't know if they were Christmas ones or not. And then there's a load to do with the royal family, different weddings. And people in the royal family.
They'll have to sell. You'll sell them individually in that moment.
Probably, but again, do they go together to make up a set? But I've been sitting on this china, this mountain of china for Mum died in 2010. So since then, it really is time that I did something about trying to shift it on.
And that will obviously then make more room for other stuff.
Exactly. But I'm thinking, if I die, you know, nobody else is going to bother listing it at all. They'll either dump it in the charity shop or in a skip, knowing Tony.
No, I'll list it. I'll list it for you.
Who says you won't go first?
So, but yes.
So I've got a load of that stuff. So, you know, when they initially done, that's what I mean about. I'm not a reseller per se, but I have used eBay for years and years. And when I was clearing out Mum and Dad's house, you know, I sold a lot of their stuff. You know, from greenhouses right through to the electric adjustable beds and things like that. Although some of the stuff we just couldn't shift. You know, like Mum and Dad had some. You know, the old teak furniture, G-plan style furniture that I know they paid a fortune for, and you just couldn't give it away. Literally, in the end, we gave it to the Cornish Air Ambulance people, and even they didn't really want it, but because they said they got a whole warehouse full of it, and nobody's wants taking it.
Yeah,
it's a crying shame, really, that really good quality furniture just it goes through fashions. You know, sometimes you have the oak furniture's in fashion, then the next time it's a lighter colour. And
so if you guys watching our resellers at all, what kind of plans have you got for stock and for
sourcing,
retaining and sourcing stock for when the car boot sales aren't on? I mean, I know we've got the charity shops.
I know a lot of people do clothes and make a very good profit out of clothes, but with all the dogs, you know, I'm just scared because some people are so funny about getting a single cat hair or dog hair on it. Well, we don't have to worry about cat hair because they've both passed away, but you know, I'm so worried about trying to sell something if it's got a dog hair on it that people get really funny about it. So
what I'm wondering is, are you basically storing and stocking up as much as you can with the car boot sales? Because car boot sales and jumble sales, not that I've seen jumble sales much, but these days, but do you stock up on that and then hope it will get you through the winter?
And you hold things back and then list them closer to Christmas. Things like you know, your games consoles or jigsaws or something like that.
Do you have them just generally out in your store? So it's always available, or as Jan says, do you actually hold it back for pre-Christmas stuff? And like some of the stuff at the car boot sales, do you just grab it when you can, it's available, and have it in your death pile so that you've got a death pile to work through in the winter? Or is it because Jan and I are really new and we haven't had this coming into the winter period, I'm getting a little bit nervous on where am I going to get enough stock from to keep going through it. I mean, just having a day like today or a weekend like this weekend where the car boot sales have been rained off, it makes me a little bit nervous because although I've got quite a lot of stock that I can still list, it's like I want to keep getting more and more stock so that I know that I've got a stock there. Because if you're a reseller and you haven't got any stock, you've got no business. So what are you guys doing? If you're watching this on the recording, then please still put a comment down in the recordings of what are your kind of plans on doing that. If you're watching live and you're doing resellers, are you doing reselling? I would love to hear what you're actually doing, what your thoughts are on this. Is it concerning you at all? Have you got some kind of plan of buying a whole load of stuff now so that it sees you through? Or have you got somewhere to get stuff in the winter?
The normal auction houses, aren't they? Where
I mean,
you can get stuff. But we've never really got into doing auction houses, have we?
No, I've just recently found out this week that I had a look at some auction houses. That there is an auction house in Brighton. Because obviously you guys might not know, but me and Jan live in Crawley. So Brighton's not that far away. I also saw that there's an auction
one in Worthing. There was one in Worthing anyway, because Ruth used to go to it.
So, I'm wondering about that, but I'm not sure about I don't know about what kind of costs you've got to kind of work out. Because again, it's like I've got a rough idea of what you should get, what you should maybe pick things up at car boot sales. Charity shops seem to be that little bit more expensive than car boot sales.
Well, I think charity shops, ever since the Mary Portas effect, where she went in and took them out of the smelly junkyards that they used to be.
Right.
Because have you noticed that charity shops don't smell anymore the way they used to?
No, I must admit.
But now everything that goes into charity shops, they look it all up on eBay to see what it would be fetching on eBay, which is why they're marking it up quite high.
Right. Because I don't know what this Mary Portas thing is. What was it, a TV program or something?
Yeah, she's a lady who she's a retail expert, and she went in to get charity shops to start making more money.
Right.
And I think in some cases it's worked really well.
Right, yeah.
But I wonder if in other cases if it's backfired because some people just aren't going anymore because it's just too expensive.
Yeah, because
I mean, a charity shop used to be somewhere that you'd go if you just looking for an incredible bargain.
Yeah.
Or if you just couldn't afford to buy stuff in the main stores. But now it's a case of you've got to have money to go in there. It's not necessarily that cheap anymore. I mean, the cookie jar that I bought at the boot sale the other week, the teddy bear cookie jar, I only bought that because I saw one in the charity shop, very similar.
For 30
and they had it up for £35. And the next time we went in, it had gone.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, if they can sell it at that sort, I've only put mine up for 20. But
yeah. But that's really good. But yeah, so it's kind of like, where do we source? It's where do you keep sourcing stuff from in the winter and when the car boot sales aren't on?
And does anybody know of any indoor boot sales in the southeast area, sort of Crawley, Gatwick kind of area? Because I know some people like Flipping Sloth. He goes to a car boot sale that's in the bottom floor, I think, of a multi-story car park. So whatever the weather, they can hold their boot sales. And if anyone knows of one that we can get to that goes on all year round, apart from Ford, we know about Ford.
What's Kelly saying? Kelly's saying, been squirreling away for
a while, e.g. new seal, is that? Toys, gift sets, and start listing it at the end of
August or
put in draft ready for
Q4. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, I've not really done any toy stuff. I'm not really, I've not personally had kids. Jan, as kids have grown up and left home many years.
Even my grandson's in his mid-20s.
Yes, so to know what the toys are. I think it's one thing if you've got kids and you know what phases have gone through. I really don't know anything about kids and kids.
But then we were watching Flipping Sloth's YouTube the other day about Polly Pocket things. I was astounded. I mean, my daughter was kind of too old before Polly Pocket came out, so I didn't know anything about it. But it fetches incredible amounts of money, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm drawn to that sort of thing because they're very small. And to me, if it's small and it's not going to take up storage room, then you know.
I mean that is the thing as well, isn't it? Is that whole storage room thing at the moment? The with what I'm doing with the cameras that are nice and small. So that's quite good. And binoculars. All right, the DVD players, Blu-ray players that I'm doing are not so small, but they are turning over quite nicely. There's quite a good turnover of DVD and Blu-ray players, and also the FreeSat has quite a good kind of turnover of that kind of thing as well. So I'm not really worried so much about the size. However, when I had the coffee maker, the coffee maker was
he's trying to get in there. Oh, he's gone now.
You're coming in there. Come on, in you come. Yeah. So the coffee maker was that much bigger and was quite a big. By the time I packed it up, was quite a big box. I certainly wouldn't want multiples of coffee makers. I think that would just be.
Well, we just don't have the room for it.
Yeah. Tony's just said, I have got into your shop, but you have to type. I guess he's saying probably not linking. Yeah. But yeah, you probably do have to type it in. But what I will do, Tony, is at the end of this film and on the other films, I will update the information below. So it actually has the link for the shop and for my Instagram and all those up and coming kind of links.
Have you got my personal?
Your personal one.
Shop, but your
personal eBay is up on there as well. What's Kelly saying? Kelly's also saying, what have we got? Stick it on my screen. Also, board games do better as well. Sorry, spelling that. Don't worry about your spelling. I am dyslexic, and
it makes sense to him.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Well, in fact, I've just been doing some of the jewellery and stuff, and I was spelling diamond without an A, and I was spelling the necklace for the necklaces that I've been doing. I was spelling that LASS instead of LACE. So yeah, I've just had to go back through and correct some of those this morning. So yeah, don't worry about spelling. However, if you are doing eBay, be aware eBay is a search engine, and if you spell things wrong, it doesn't find them very easily. And that's something that I've been finding out this morning. Excuse me, just a quick sip of the coffee before it goes completely cold. Yeah, so yeah, that's quite interesting. Is to make sure that your spelling is right. And I know my spelling isn't right, and certainly when I'm writing into things like into comments, as long as it's roughly there and we can get the gist of it, that's cool. So my spelling's appalling anyway. But yeah, I'll also be really interested to know, do any of you guys that are live and are watching at the moment, do you use Instagram at all? It'd be nice to know if you guys actually do use Instagram. And it'd be interesting to find out actually, because I've just started the Instagram for the page, it's like, is it worth having? Do you think it's worth having an Instagram page if you're selling on eBay, and if you've got like a YouTube channel for it? What do you guys think? Do you watch other people that have them? And yeah, let's just read what we've got here. I've got a child, she always spell spell checking for me.
I'm moving the chair.
And then we've got, I always copy and paste my title into the description box. Yeah, that's a good plan. Copy and pasting. I must admit, I kind of sometimes go over to Google. I'll have a Google tab over and then copy and paste it from Google, because the Google will auto spell check for you. And Kelly, yes, just start. Kelly, is that for the is that for the Instagram? So I did actually start the I started the Instagram page. I've got about 40 odd things on items on there at the moment, pictures of stuff that I've been buying that are posting. And I've also gone to have a look and to like some of the other resellers and stuff like that. But I want to build that up. Now, what I'd also like to know is...
Can you just move your chair a bit?
I noticed that some people, when they're doing it, some people are taking the photos of the items that they're selling, and some people are actually taking photos of the actual listing that they've done, where they actually have the price and what it is, and they're on their Instagram, they're actually listing that. And obviously that will let people know on Instagram how much you're selling it for. It will show the pictures and it will give a little bit of detail, or at least the title. What's your opinion? Do you think people want to see the actual, just the item, or do you think people would want to actually see the screenshot of the listing? What's your opinion? What do you think, Joe?
Sorry, I was.
You're dealing with Puppy at the moment, aren't you? With Kelly, we've got a yes. I like the yes, Kelly. So that should be I'm taking that as a yes to do a screenshot of the item with the price. Oh, we have a puppy coming in.
Reckless is in the way.
Reckless, come on. Move.
Oh,
it's all right. He can move.
You're so comfy.
He can move. He's a dog. So
here we go. This is Little Echo.
I'm going to do an extreme close up here now. You've got a hair. There you are. So this is
very dark.
This is Echo. And she's 9.5
weeks.
Weeks, yes.
And she's a chocolate Labrador.
She's a very cute chocolate Labrador. Sorry, we've gone completely from the reselling straight over to I'm sorry, there's a Labrador puppy. But yeah, sorry, it's compulsory. If she's having a cuddle, then she's got to be kind of. There we go. Anyway, back to the.
She's a bit wiggly. She doesn't like cuddling very much. She likes running around and
biting things. It's pretty much what she likes to do.
Mischief.
Mischief. That's the word. Mischief.
Little mischief.
Oh, love the puppy. She's sweet. I have naughty pug. Excellent. How old's your pug, Kelly?
Just thinking 9 years ago, when Darcy was a puppy, and I've got a photo of me like this with her. And my sister had said on Facebook, "Why have you got a scarf over your face?" And it's like, it's not a scarf, it's a dog.
It's a dog. Oh, yeah, you watch all the live views coming in now. Have a. Oh, you're a good girl. You are a good girl. So, yeah. So you have 2 pugs. Excellent. Oh no, your pug is 2.
Yeah, we've got 2 Labradors. We lost our chocolate Labrador last year, and Little Echo is It's just making up the numbers in the team now.
Yes, we kind of like having four
right,
dogs.
Down.
Oh, and she's
There you go. You need to be busy, don't you?
She's off to be busy under the table, probably biting ears.
And when she first came home, the big dogs, the Greek Shepherd there and the German Shorthair Pointer, were both up on the sofa like little girls with a spider in the room. We don't like her. She moves too fast.
No, literally, she was running around too fast, and as you say, it was like it was like the spider standing up on on a chair. Oh, there's a mouse. But yeah. So she's rather lovely. She's over there laying down.
Okay.
Yeah. So all kind of good here. I think that's probably we've been doing. We've done an hour and 10 minutes now. So I think that's probably good for this week. We don't want to bore you too much, and and just show you puppies. Otherwise, we'd have to start another channel about Rainy Day Dog Show. Yes, we try not to make it that. However, she will be featuring in other films, I'm sure. So if you do like to see that little element in this film, then it'll probably be here because she will be, won't it? There. Yes.
Bless you.
So anyway,
well, thank you for joining us.
You guys have a really good week. Hi again to anybody who's watching the replay. That's the word. The replay of it, and I hope you guys have a good week too. Don't forget to drop down any comments of stuff that we've been mentioning about if it's on the replay. Still want to hear your comments. You're just as valued as the people that were live. However, the people that were live, thank you for being here.
People watching it on the replay are still alive as well.
On the live, yeah. I mean, they're alive, but they're on a live.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So it's good. It's brilliant having you guys live on here. It's really nice to have the interaction and the chat. And actually have a bit of communication with you.
If you want to share our videos around, sprinkle it around a little bit, that'd be great, because we're up to 187 subscribers
are up to 189 at the moment. So if anyone who's on here who hasn't subscribed, we are trying to get to the 200 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, because there will be more films. Even when it's raining and we can't do a car boot sale, we'll actually do a live.
If we've got nothing to sell.
Even if we've got nothing to sell or even nothing to say, we might just hold a dog. Here you go. Here's a dog.
Rainy Day Dog Show.
Rainy Day Dog Show. So yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your. This is filmed live on a Sunday.
Oh, what Sunday is it? 25th. It's my first wedding anniversary tomorrow.
The 25th. On the 25th. This was filmed in the afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been the Neil and Jan Show, or the Jan and Neil Show.
This is the longest goodbye ever.
Yeah, just
goodbye.